All right, hello and welcome everybody back to the stream. I'm your Sim CFI. I hope everything's going well for everybody on this, I don't know what day it is. Wednesday, Thursday, one of them. I don't know. I think it's Wednesday. I work tomorrow, that's all I know. I start a 4-day trip tomorrow. We go to Mini in Cincinnati, so that should be kind of fun. I hope everyone's enjoying their night. Thanks for jumping on in. I see Flights and Gaming's already in here. Lonnie, I think you're the first comment other than myself. We got new emojis for you guys to use in the chat. I'm working on making them a bit bigger. I'll have to ask them how to get those a bit more sized up for the chat. But anyways, they're there now. And also, I'll check the time to thank the channel members or channel partners, as the top right of your screen is showing right there. If you guys want some discount codes down below for Contrail, if you buy anything on the Contrail shop, if you use my code, it saves you money, and it also it saves you money and it helps my channel out, so it'd be awesome. I see we just gained another subscribers. Thank you for that. And then I also have a discount code for ProDesk Sim. So if you're going to buy anything from ProDesk Sim on their website, be it their CRJ, their A320 throttle pack, or anything you want, I have a discount code for them as well. So be sure to use that if you're going to buy anything. Anyways, we're sat here in the beautiful Vancouver, and we're in 2024. The reason I'm using 24 is because I'm using the PU Air Korea CDU, and for some reason in 2020, when I pop out a window in any airplane, the entire sim just crashes the desktop. So I'm running 24, which it works in. So anyways, yeah, thanks for joining everybody in as well on the vertical stream and the horizontal stream. We got both streams running right now. You can see my FMS in the bottom left. This is the PU Air Korea CDU with the CRJ Faceplate that is easily pop in and pop out, and you can simply turn on or off the lights with this little scroll wheel as well, which is pretty cool. Hopefully you can see the screen a little bit. I'm sorry if you can't. My camera is just really bad. I'll have to get a new one of those. But anyways, let me go get my stuff all set up on Navigraph real quick for the vertical stream, so you guys can see what we're doing, where we're going, and all the good stuff. There we are. And I wasn't going to do this on VATSIM, but maybe I might as well. I don't think anyone's online, but might as well just jump on. Why not? It's going to be Jazz 280 today. It's a CRJ 9. I think this is actually a Dash 8 service now, but we're doing the RJ. In the vertical stream, we got Ubzi. Hey, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. And Solidi. Hey, welcome. Are you a pilot in real life? Yeah, I fly the CRJ 900 in real life. If you have questions on the CRJ or becoming a pilot or anything, be sure to answer it or ask it, and I'll try to answer it as best I can. Classic Jet Sim Pilot in the horizontal stream. Hey, welcome. What's up, CFI? Happy Wednesday. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I don't even know what day it is. Every day is a Friday to me. We got some more subscribers, so thank you so much for that. We have the subscriber count in the bottom right of the horizontal stream. Let's see if I can actually get that for you guys on the vertical stream as well. I think I can. That one. Okay. Yeah, it should be popping up now in the vertical stream for you guys. I'll put that in the corner. There you go. Anyways, we're in the turnaround state. I'll get GSX to start kind of doing GSX things. So we'll request boarding. And that's fine. So we're already, we'll say we're finished fueling. So we'll go ahead and start the APU so people get on an airplane that is nice and cold. So we'll press the APU power fuel, will come down here. We'll just verify that the APU bit test has already been completed. It's pretty quick in the sim. The LCV is open, the SOV is open, the gauges have appeared, the APU door is open. No, we don't want to do that just yet. Sorry, I got something in my throat, so I'm going to keep doing that. Sorry about that. Press start, and the APU is going to nicely start on up for us. Recently just started taking classes. Nice. Were you in the ground school section, or the section, I believe? Or I imagine I should say. The PPL, you probably heard this before, but the PPL, the private pilot license, will be probably your hardest license that you're going to go get just because you're brand new to everything. But once you grow onto the commercial and the IFR, it doesn't get necessarily easier, but you get, the material actually gets harder, but you get a lot more confident. So it just seems easier, if that makes sense. Everybody, let me know how the sounds are. I've been trying to change around sounds and things. So let me know if it's too loud, the sim, or too low. If you want the sim turned up, or if you want me turned up, or turn me down, or whatever you want. So the APUs are all up and running. We'll press the electric page. We'll just verify that the APU has been, or the external power has been disconnected system-wise. And the APU is taken over the load to bus 1 and 2. We'll press the electric page once again to go to the DC system. And you can see the DC system is being supplied with power as well. We'll press stat. We'll go up to the overhead panel, and we're going to turn off, or we're just going to deselect the switch to the ground power. And that's where we can give the signal, the hand signal to the ground crew to remove the cart, the ground power cart. So we're going to remove the ground power cart now. We'll leave the chocks in because they're still using the doors and all that stuff. So we'll have all that set for them. Anyways, we just walked on the plane, so let's go ahead and do an IRS reset. Let me go to my cockpit view here, and I'll just make sure that you guys are seeing all the right stuff. It looks like, there we go. I just set the vertical stream up a little better. Kind of like that. Perfect. It's kind of the best I can do. Got some more subscribers, so really appreciate that, guys. Thanks for stopping by and subscribing. Yes, I have to take a test. Yeah, are you in Canada or US? I assume there's many tests you got to take. You have to get the student pilot permit. Obviously, you got to take your medical, get your radio license, and all that kind of stuff as well. Anyways, we're going to reset our IRSs here. And now what's happening is I'm going to fly from the right side, but the PU Air Korea CDU, I've only made it work on the left. I don't know how to get it to work on the right side. So it's going to affect this FMS, but we're going to fly from the right. So we're going to program with this. So we're going to press index, FMS control. Everything is synced. Position initialization. Next page, GNSS, preview page, we'll throw it in there. I'm going to be going a little quicker than I normally do, just because I do have to get going tonight a bit earlier. So I'm going to run through this a bit quicker than my usual tutorials go. And we're going from CYVR to CYLW. And let me just get the flight plan up here so you guys, so I can type a bit quicker here. The alternate is back to Vancouver. We're flight 280. JZA2 up. Go back there, 280. And press flight plan. The first waypoint is going to be Janek. So it's J-A-N-E-K. And then we're going to SECAB. S-E-K-A-B. Execute that. We have the departure is just going to be the Vancouver 2. We'll get an ATIS in a second for the runway. So we'll do Vancouver 2. Let me quickly see what they're running here. Make sure I connected to that, the V Pilot. I don't think, I think we do have someone online. Oh, we do. We have Vancouver ATIS. Awesome. ATIS Bravo. It's the winds are from the west at 8 knots, 30 mile viz. And approach. Yeah. What's departing? Well, I haven't gotten a PDC. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually file the route. I'm gonna go file it, and I'll probably get a pre-departure clearance once I file it up. That makes sense, doesn't it? You're in Washington, D.C.? Oh, nice. I go in there quite a bit, actually. We got 65 of you guys on the vertical stream. That's pretty incredible. Thanks for stopping in, guys. If you don't mind hitting the like and subscribing. Hey, Vera, welcome on the horizontal stream. And Knight says, good evening. Would love to see the CRJ with TWA paint. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Actually, that probably look pretty sweet. Even the Northeastern, or Northwestern. Used to be a cool airline that would look good on this too. Vera says, could use some of that confidence instrument written prep. Feels brutal. Yeah, got through 150 and 1,400 questions today. Yeah, man. Well, the thing is, and everyone says this to remember the material or memorize the questions. Try to know the material more than memorizing the questions. That'll probably get a little easier for you if you do it like that. And we're going to file our flight plan here. If you guys never requested a clearance from control, ground tower, whatever it is, happens to be clearance delivery, It's pretty simple. You're just going to say, you know, Vancouver clearance in this case, Jazz 280, which is our call sign, requesting IFR clearance Kelowna, and then the ATIS that you have. So we have the weather information is Bravo that we have. So basically that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to give it a second because I'm going to let him send me a PDC, a pre-departure clearance. If he doesn't come back with one, then I will request one via voice. The goal in real life is to never talk to them. You just PDC is much nicer. Departing 26 left. All right, so Vancouver, I'm about to use that. Vancouver 26, nope, cancel mod. Vancouver 26 left. We'll execute that. Depart arrival. In the CCAP 5, we're not going to select an approach just yet because we're going to get a little closer. We'll press execute. Alrighty. We're going to press performance. Let's see what we're flexing here. So performance, actually we go flight plan, import OFP. We're not going to send it to the FMS. I'm doing everything manually. Set payload and fuel. We're also going to refresh the weather. That's all been set. Takeoff and landing. Flap 8, 26 left, a flex of 48, which is a pretty realistic flex, actually. We see that all the time. All right, so performance, it's going to be a flight cruise altitude of, flight plan back, flight level 210. Pretty low. That's pretty typical, though. And an alternate cruise, if we have to come back to Vancouver, the cruise altitude back home is 280. We'll execute that. In real life, we always undercut our fuel a little bit than what we actually have, but in the sim, it's not modeled, so we put in exactly what the sim says. Our zero fuel weight is going to be 69,643. And zero fuel weight plus the fuel equals the gross weight. We'll execute that. Next page, our icy deviation is 2 degrees. And then our winds in the climb, it's 30 knots of tailwind, and then 25 knots in cruise, and then 19 descent. 30, 25, 19. So P30, P25, they're all tailwinds, and P19. If it was a headwind, it would be M19, for example. Would go there. That'd be a headwind. M is for minus. Execute that. Next page. Our reserve is 1739. Estimated time of departure of 030. I'm running this in daytime just so you guys have a better visual in the sim. Execute that, and a 500 taxi fuel. Don't quite believe that, but we'll throw that in there as well. The performance has all been entered. We'll press VNAV. Climb speeds are all good up to 18. And then our cruise section, as you see, it says cruise at the very top there, is gonna be cruise speed of 294/0.65. Execute that. We'll press the radio page. Auto is fine. We're squawking 2000 for the time being, as that's gonna be we haven't gotten our clearance yet. MFD menu, we're flying from the right, so the pilot monitoring on the left side will get on, and the pilot flying on the right side will get VNAV. Now press flight plan, copy active. Do that in the other FMS as well. And because I haven't gotten the PDC, I will go ahead and, oh, you know what? It didn't send. Let me disconnect from VATSIM, file it, and send it again. There we go. Give him a second. So I'll chat here. I've been talking too much. Yeah, I was working at Reagan National when the helicopter. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I was. We go to DCA quite a bit. That was definitely a shock. That was not a fun day. Hopefully the industry gets safer from that, though. Dylan, welcome. Hey, are you on the network? Yeah, we're on Vancouver. We're on VATSIM, I should say, not Vancouver. And we're in Vancouver. Got 76 of you guys in the vertical stream. Please hit that like button and subscribe. I really appreciate that. It looks like we gained some subscribers. If you guys want as well, we have new membership emojis that have just gone live as well. Well, I've been missing this chat, sorry. At least you missed crappy weather if you're heading southwest tomorrow. I am heading southwest, yeah. Shaq says, CFI, this question isn't directed at you, but more real pilots who stream flights and never show their face. Is there any reason for this? I don't know. I guess I just don't want people to know me. I'm not really sure. How long does it take to go through the procedures? Is Night Shadow. How long does it take to go through the procedures you're performing in the actual aircraft, and what point is passenger boarding / catering being? So what I just did there was pretty realistic. That's kind of my normal speed. You can go faster if you'd like, but going faster isn't always better. You might miss something. I would probably go maybe a little faster. Instead of talking, I would just kind of throw it all in. But that's pretty much normal speed, and people will be boarding during that time too, as well. A good question though. Vera says he's obviously too handsome for the camera. The stream would be overrun with girls. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you guys go to FS Expo, I will be there. So if you guys go to the expo, you'll be able to see me there. Planes was always my bigger fear. Now that I learned them more, they're really safe. Yeah, that's the thing, man. If you don't, people are naturally scared of. Well, that's solid, by the way, on the vertical stream guys I'm talking to. But people are always scared of the unknown, right? So, as soon as you start to know it a little bit more, it starts to maybe calm down a little bit, right? At least I think so. So we haven't gotten a PDC. I'm just going to ask them. So again, all I'm going to say is Vancouver clearance Jazz 280 request IFR Kelowna information Bravo. Basically, I'm going to say it like that. Clearance Jazz 280 information Bravo request IFR to Kelowna. And then write this down, guys, as well. Okay, clear to Kelowna as filed. Vancouver 2 departure 26 left, squawking 6167, Jazz 280. Okay, we'll call for Juliet push, and if not, discretion, Jazz 280, thanks. So as he's saying all that stuff, you kind of know what you're going to be getting anyways, but as he's saying it, be sure to write it down in case it's different. So now we can go ahead over to radio page, squawking 6167. Throw that in there. Make sure it also goes over here to the RTU. That's the most important part. So that's all good. We can set up our Vancouver center after, which is 33.7. Have that up and running as well. By the way, guys, this is the brand new version 2.1 of the CRJ, which is in technically beta, I guess, still, although it's being submitted, I believe, to update very soon for everybody to actually enjoy. And I have something in my throat, so I'm going to keep doing that the entire flight. I'm sorry. Anyways, we have our trim of 6.6 for takeoff trim, so we'll just go over here and set 6.6. Come on, there you go. And that's a flat 8 dry runway. We'll just set all the speeds. So V146, 46, 56, 204, and 166 is V2 plus 10. So we're all good up in there as well. Let me catch up with chat here. But as a pilot, you go through all these different time zones. How is your sleep? Well, I'm regional, like in the RJ is regional. So the most we do is maybe a 2-hour difference. So it's really not that bad. Maybe 3 hour if we're going out west. It's actually pretty nice when you go out west and do an early morning, because for you it's like 9 o'clock, but for them it's like 7 o'clock. So it's kind of nice that way. Can't hear Vatsim? Yeah, Vatsim is quiet for us. Okay, cool. I'll bring that up for you guys. Thanks. Let me see how to do that real quick. But you know what? I think everything's quiet for you because I don't have the sound properly set for you. There we go. Now it should work. You probably didn't have sound at all on the horizontal stream. Hopefully the vertical stream is okay for you guys. Please let me know otherwise. Vocals, hey, welcome. Exciting. Can't wait for it to come out. Yeah, I can't either. By the way, guys, everybody who has their membership badges, if you guys are a member of the channel, you guys can have the ability to use the new emojis. So feel free to spam those. Well, don't spam them, but feel free to use them at your leisure. Let's take a look, guys, together at the Vancouver 2 departure, which I'll throw up for you in a second on the horizontal stream, or the vertical stream already can see it. Okay, so over there. I'll keep that up what I'm going to do real quick is just come down here, and it looks like our initial climb of 26 left, it's up to maintain 7,000 feet, which is the bottom of part of this chart here. So I'm going to go down, oh, let me get my autopilot working too. I'm going to go ahead and set my PFD, little magenta pink number at the top right corner. I'm going to go ahead and set that to 7,000 now that we got a clearance. If I didn't have a clearance, I would set it to 6,900, just 100 under, just to remind myself that I didn't get a clearance. But we did get a clearance, so I'm going to go ahead and set it to 7,000 as soon as my autopilot panel, which is just above the camera, you can't see when it turns on, which it just did. We'll go ahead and set 7,000 feet. Okay, and then the heading off from a 26 left is going to be 263. Oh, almost moved that. 263. We're going to press the magic B button to set our altimeter because I can't be bothered to scroll it. And it's going to be an acceleration altitude or level off altitude, whatever you want to call it, of 1020. So go ahead and scroll our MDA up to 1020. 1020. There we go. Lastly, we're going to set our flight director to the right-hand side as we're flying from the right. And I'll give you guys a briefing here. So we'll go over to the EFB. Hope everybody can see all this. There we go. So it's going to be right 26 left, flap 8. It'll be, they want us on flex, and it'll be probably a rolling takeoff with the bleeds on. The anti-ice and continuous ignition should not be required. And the minimum visibility is basically it's VFR today, so we have no weather visibility problems or restrictions. It's going to be on the Vancouver 2 departure, which calls for a heading of 263, or as assigned by ATC, on 26 from the 26 left, and it's up to 7,000 feet. Expect radar vectors to assign route. This will be an ABDA 1, NADP 1 departure for noise abatement, so we're going to hold VT until we're above the sector altitude. Which is 7,000 in our case, as you can see here, or unless we're visually above the mountainous terrain, but we'll just do up to 7,000. So usually what we would do is we'd go to VT, and once we're all cleaned up and climb thrust, we go accelerate to 250. We're not going to accelerate to 250 until we're above that 7,000 foot sector altitude today because of the mountainous region. Because it's mountainous as well, which is a threat, we're going to select terrain on my PFD. There we go. And other person would have it too, but I'm not going to bother with that. And yeah, that's pretty good. Let me go get caught up with the chat again. Hey, what's up? Hey, Fashnex, welcome. Is the PU display slightly offset down by LSK 5 or 6, or is that just no? It is slightly offset. It is slightly offset. Did the Amira / event yesterday, and I'm definitely glad I didn't fly the CRJ on that one. All the Endeavour flights between JFK and it were taken. Oh, okay, yeah, nice. Check out the SAB. Oh, that's kind of cool, which has been greatly improved in SU2, but it's so floaty. Yeah, I've never flown the SAB in the sim. I want to get into the Starship. That one looked pretty cool. Shaq says, see if you going to get the Black Square Starship. I just talked about it. I'm probably going to get it. The visuals didn't look that great, but I think the system is where, the system depth is where it comes out of. Solid says on the vertical stream, says, did you ever think about going to the Air Force? Anything when you got... Yeah, I did think about going to the Air Force, but I was told before I even really signed up that I'd be way too big for the fighters. I'm about 6'4", and I'm in Canada, so we have the Hornets A's, which are converted into Z's, and I'd be way too big for those, so I didn't bother. Plus, we only have like 40 of them, so it'd be quite a... You don't get a slot in the fighter, you're going to be doing something else, forced to do something else. So, maybe they want to take that risk. Oh, my hydraulic, there we go. Hydraulic 3A pump on. Seatbelts can go on. We're going to set our elevation. So we're going to go to the FMS here. And if you look at the bottom left, we're going to press index, and we're going to press database, CYLW. 1420 on the elevation, so there's the landing elevation there. I'm going to go up top and scroll this knob a few times with left shift to accelerate that. 14, so we need a little bit more. Need a little bit more. Need a little bit more. Close enough. Landing elevation of 1480 is set. It's 1420. I'll go down by 1, 2, 3. There we go. 1420 is set. We'll go back to the legs page. Knight says, can you share the last recommendation you made to the airsoft for updating the CRJ? The last one I made? The very last one I think I made was saying, which I almost forgot, is in turnaround state, the yaw dampers are not engaged. So the autopilot won't work. But there's no caution for that they're not engaged. I don't believe that made the patch. So if you ever do a turnaround state, spam these after your engine start, or else your autopilot will not work. I know it's going to get mentioned as a bug report a million times when it comes out, and it is a bug report worthy thing, but that is the last thing. Want to be really annoyed? Setting your landing elevation, try flying into Aspen for deal. No, I'm good. Thanks. I don't want to do that at all. I'm really sorry for the quality of this camera as well. I'd have no way of making it more kind of HD. Like it's, yeah, my camera quality is just not that great. I'm sorry. Thanks for everybody joining on the vertical and the horizontal stream. We're basically gonna get out of here now, as everything is. Oh, well, never mind. The entire sim just completely froze and crashed. I don't know why that happened, but as I said, I was rushing because I had something to do later, or basically sleep. That basically throws me out of that. So I don't know why that happened, but I hope you enjoyed me setting up an FMS. That's basically all I got to do. I've been noticing Flight Simulator getting a bit... It's my first crash to desktop with 2024. I actually haven't had one at all. I don't get any message. It just did a little boopity boop, which I think was Pilot, and it just completely crashed on me. So we're gonna end it there, I guess. Thanks for all who joined. Yeah, I know, right? 5. Is that Wing FMC? No, this is the PU Air Korea FMS, and this is the Wing one. So Wing is Airbus, and it has these buttons that are quite rubbery, and that's kind of my biggest con of the Wing is the buttons are really rubbery, and they get sometimes stuck, and they're not really a nice press to me personally. That's my only con with the Wing. You can't really beat it. Its price point or anything else. Its quality is amazing as well. And then this is the PU Air Korea hot swappable FMS. So if I dig in this box here, you know what? I might be able to start up real quick, and the entire Xbox crashed. Might be able to start up real quick because 2024 starts up quite quickly. So let me see if I can finish this flight for you guys. I'll just quickly do a very fast startup. But this is the MD-11 faceplate, as you can see here. So if you wanted to fly the MD-11, you pop off the CRJ. You pop on the MD, and now you have an MD-11. Pretty cool stuff, right? And you can, once you buy the CDU, you need to buy the CDU V2, which is that part. And then once you buy that, it comes with one faceplate you can choose from for free. And then you can also buy additional faceplates. And they have the metal ones, the aluminum ones, or they have the plastic ones. I believe I have the plastic ones, and they feel absolutely amazing to me. So this is the MD-11. Fits right over it. So you can basically fly anything with a FMS. So the sim's just starting back up, guys. The cursed double stutter. Yeah, exactly. I always get that one too. Zoom back out. It was fine. Okay, yeah, I can do that for you. No worries. There we go. We're basically going to spawn in almost a hot jet, and I'll just send to FMS and do all that stuff really quickly. Alright, I am back. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. It's a good thing the stream kept going, so it's not a stream problem, it's just a Microsoft problem. And you know what, just to do it quickly, I'm going to keep it off that sim. We're just going to spawn on the runway to skip a little bit of time here because of the crash. So I'll have to kind of speed up a little bit of time. We're going to make sure we're disconnected from VPilot, which VPilot has closed itself anyways. And we're going to go just on our own. I'm taking notes. Awesome, man. Well, hope you appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, BQ. Haven't spoken to an MD-11 pilot about the MD-11. Don't fly the MD-11. I think it's awesome. I've never flown it, but it seems like a really cool airplane.
Vancouver Tower, Jazz Foxtrot Sierra 202.
That's not the call sign at all, but anyways, we're going to quickly set this thing up for a departure. So we'll go flight plan, import OFP, send to the FMS, set payload and fuel, performance, enter that, send it to the FMS, set the speed, 6.6 on the trim. Engines are already fired up. Let's turn my PUR Korea thing back on here. And I'm going to... What? What didn't you like? What didn't you like? Did it start back up? I probably didn't like that. Let's press ready for taxi. Turn around, ready for taxi. There we go. It's booting back up. All right. While that does that, I'll get my PUR Korea back online. So we'll pop out that window. We'll bring it to the side here on the FMS. Like that. We're going to press our PU Connect. Get that running. Engines are just nicely spooling back up. Thanks to the subscribers, guys. We've gained about, I think, 10 subscribers so far. I really appreciate that. And I think we hit a peak of like 100 people on the vertical stream, which is quite insane as well. I did download Reshade recently, which might be the cause of some problems. Alright, well, we'll reset our trim again to 6.6. There we go. Our flight plan will execute that. And we're doing departure arrival, Vancouver 226 left, execute that. Departure arrival, CCAB, execute that. Alright, that part's done. Performance, actually performance, 48 is the flex. It was 210, 280, and a 0 for 69, 646. I don't know why I remember all these numbers, but I do. Next page, it was 2, plus 30, plus 25, plus 19, I think it was 15. Close enough. 0, 300, 1739, and 5. Well, it's been no taxi fuel already on the runway. VNAV setup. Next page, 294/0.65. You get good at reprogramming because even in real life, the airplane sometimes has to, if we have a maintenance issue, the airplane has to be completely shut down and then completely brought back online again. So you have to do this again, or you might have to switch tails if the airplane just has a problem and it can't be fixed. Everybody, even if they're boarded, everybody has to get off, and we go and to a new airplane, which means another walk around and basically do everything all over again. All right, well, copy active. That's good to go on that side of things. Our yaw dampener shows a message this time, so we'll put that on. Your P19, like you're playing Formula 1, like position 19. All right, we'll do, I guess Mobi flight failed too, eh? Mobiflight. Get rid of real turb. Yeah, Mobiflight also went offline. Everything just kind of took a dump. Start Mobiflight again. Another subscriber, thank you for that. And we'll set 7,000 feet. Runway heading. Press B for the altimeter. 1020 on the level off. There we go. Flight director to the right hand side. We're on the runway, so I'll press my toga button. Which I thought I mapped, but I guess I didn't. Oh, you know what? Let's actually turn that off. That's going to be there forever now. Anyways, we'll go flap 8. Get the auto cross flow to auto. I'm going to skip a couple steps here, guys, just because first of all, nothing fails in the sim. But the other thing is I didn't want to take this long. We'll scroll up the cabin pressure to 1420. So 1361, 2, 3. 1420 is good to go. Legs page. A flex of 48 giving about 82.2. That's quite realistic. That's kind of to be expected. And those should be on. That'll be on, off. That would be on, which it is. Those aren't required. So everything's looking good now from our little hot start on the runway. And yeah, so same thing. It's going to be runway heading to 7,000 feet. Expect vectors of ATC. There's no ATC because I'm off at sim now because of the little crash desktop. We're going to be holding VT up to 7,000 in minute sector altitude, or unless we're visually visual with the mountains and we're above all that. We'll just do it. We'll do VT to the sector. Hey, Lonnie, welcome. Chat 3 people in here, only 6 likes. Double tap the screen. Let's go. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, if you don't know how to like, guys, on the vertical stream, double tap the stream. That's how you like. I really appreciate that, guys, as well. A horizontal stream, and it's just fair on that one, so thanks for that. I already read that one. So let me go ahead and lock my rudder pedal, or my rudder pedals. Go ahead and lock my wheels here, my office chair wheels, so I don't slip and slide when I use my pedals. There you go. And I'll angle the camera down a little bit so you guys can see the throttle. Well, I guess it'll be too zoomed in, but something like that. It's more meant for the FMS. So. Anyways, we'll press the toga button, which I swear I mapped. There we go. I knew I mapped it. I just didn't have it clicked in. And we'll pull the parking brake off. Our clock is on GPS and it's blank. Let's get going. So, just between the climb and the climb and the screw there, we should get roughly 75 N1, which we do. And you'll hear 2 clicks for our toga thrust, which is flex. The rudders in V2.1 will be extra sensitive under 45 knots, but once you increase past 45, they get nice and stiff, and that's the only way we were able to combat the noseless steering tiller situation. Get all your flex emojis in chat if you got them. Put the flex emojis in chat. And your 80 knots if you got them. Here you want to rotate. Much better takeoff than the old one. Gear up. We're going to press speed mode, climb 160, heading mode, heading. Yeah, this airplane flies so much better. There's 600 feet above ground there. We're going to click autopilot engage, so we got the AP in green. And next is, once we pass our acceleration altitude, I'm going to scroll this to our VT speed. So we're going to go climb. 190 was it? Let's see, I think it was 196. 204. 204 plus 10, we'll do 2. We'll do 2. We'll do 204. Alright, we're V2 plus 12, flap 1. If you can't see it, let me put it over there. There you go. VT minus 15, flap 0. And we've reached VT. The flaps are out of zero, or out of the screen now. Climb thrust. So that's all good to go. And we'll go ahead and get rid of our landing light. Autocross logo goes back to auto, and our reverses can get turned off as well. So we're going to hold this VT speed. We're holding VT because we're in mountainous airspace, and we're going to keep going up. And we'd probably expect a... usually they give you a left turn around here, but I'm going to give myself a right turn, so I'll go right turn there. I'm going to connect Janek with the rest of the flight plan here. CCAB previous. Execute that just so we got a nice line going. And I'm going to say I'm cleared a bit higher as well, right to the cruise altitude, because I can. Get some water. We picked up another sub. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Five times I do have the dampener for my pedals, yeah. And thanks for putting that flex in there. I think you're the first person to use the emojis. I think so. Yeah, I think you're the first person. Alright, we're going to go direct Janek, so I'll kind of get the airplane going there heading-wise, but we'll go Janek up to the second from the top, execute that. Both the needles have swung. We'll press nav mode on the autopilot panel. FMS2's captured. Still got 58 of you guys in the vertical stream. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you like the vertical stream profile as well, that's all thanks to you. Thanks Flight Sim Gaming for that, who's in the chat currently. Flight Sim Gaming is the reason I have a vertical stream. I think he got it from Flight Streamer, but anyways, I could thank him for that. Alright, well, we're above 10 or 7,000 feet, which is the sector, and we're visually above all the terrain, so we'll go climb of 250. I'll just scroll my speed knob on the autopilot panel there. I have it mapped, but I'll scroll it to climb 250, so the airplane's naturally going to start nosing on down to accelerate. We're not changing our thrust, we're leaving in climb thrust. The airplane's just going to nose down and accelerate by lessening the pitch there, decreasing the climb angle. And we're basically going to go right to climb 280 because we're about to be above 10,000 anyways. And we're on our merry way. Hopefully the sounds are all working for you guys. If they're too loud, let me bring those down a little bit. This is the CRJ 900LR. Long range oh, and the sim crashed again. Maybe not. Maybe not. I still hear something. I think it definitely crashed again. I think what's happening is it doesn't like reshade. I think reshade is causing this. Let's see what Task Manager says. It's not responding, but it went away. The only thing that has changed from me streaming 24 before and me streaming it now is reshade. And the reason I'm running reshade is because this game to me looks so bland and unsharpened on my Odyssey G9 monitor. So I just need it. But I used to run NVIDIA filters, but it doesn't work in 24, so that's not going to CTB for you. It's just going to sit there. Yeah. I was kind of half hoping it would like go back. But I think we are done, guys. I think something is telling me to go to bed. I do have a 6 or so a.m. wake up tomorrow. We're doing a Minneapolis turn and then an overnight in Cincy. And then I got 3 more days of flying after that. But once I come back on Monday, if I can fit in a stream, I will try to stream on Monday the 23rd. I started taking Muay Thai classes My good buddy who's starting flight training is offering those classes to me. So I will be doing that on Monday as well. But if I have time to stream, I'm going to get, you know what? I'm going to get rid of Reshade right now with you guys on stream. You guys can keep commenting and stuff, so there's nothing much to look at. But if you have questions right now, feel free to throw them in the chat. And I will be sure to answer it until I get Reshade. Once I get Reshade kind of uninstalled here, we'll wrap it up, call it a night. It's kind of one of the sucky feelings, man. I actually really wanted to stream today. Okay, uninstall all effects. I did all that, so now it's good. So next time, I'm not gonna change anything else, but next time, if we have another fatal error or crash the desktop, Reshade's gone, so it's something else. Maybe it's the 2 streams. I'm not too sure, but Lenny says, yeah, but without Reshade, you got no CT. Yeah, exactly. It's either play the game when it looks beautiful or don't play the game at all, I guess. Well, it's worth a try. Yeah, I tried. Have a nice trip. Thanks, man. Muay Thai is fun. Yeah, I just did my very first class, so I'm not doing it from a competitive. I'm not even gonna fight. Like, I'm doing it from an exercise perspective, and just learning how to like properly punch and all that kind of stuff. So I have it from that perspective, and I find it fun. But yeah. So anyways, we're going to close up the stream here, guys. Sorry we couldn't continue. I tried my best there, but Microsoft has slapped me in the face as usual. And but thanks for the other subscribers. If you guys want, in the description down below, Contrail discount code. If you buy anything from Contrail, like the CRJ, whatever, you can get it down there. And also the ProDesk Sim discount code as well. I have a discount code for ProDesk Sim. If you like my CRJ throttles or want to buy a different throttle type, you can buy them there with my discount code as well. If you guys are going to Flight Sim Expo, I will be there. And I will have a shirt. I have 2 shirts that I bought for FS Expo. One for Saturday, one for Sunday. So they both say Your Sim CFI. It's the old logo, but it's still fine. Maybe I'll buy a new one. No, we'll keep the old logo because it's another $40. So you'll see me there with a Your Sim CFI shirt. It'll be in blue. Your Sim side will be right on the back, and on the front it's going to say T-Tail Club. We're all part of the T-Tail Club here if you're a member as well. So anyways, thanks for stopping in, guys. Thanks for all the likes. If you can hit that like button, I really would appreciate that, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next, hopefully Monday the 23rd, if everything goes well. Monday the 23rd.